Hello guys, good morning. Franco here with Trading Futures Live. Um, Today I'll be by myself. Jorge is not on today. Unfortunately, he has to step away today, but he will come back tomorrow or Monday. Um, with that, I just want you to do a quick disclaimer. Trading is inherently risky and you can lose all your capital. We do this for educational purposes. Do it at your own pace. Please don't take our trades. All right, with that, let's jump right into the markets. First thing I want to show is the news for today. We don't have all right. We don't have any report coming out from now on. We had a jobless claim at 8:30. It came a little bit worse than expected. But the big news today is the policy statement from the ECB, the European Central Bank. They decide to raise rates, and they will start to raise rates starting, I think, July. So that made the currency markets move a little bit because they have been so dovish for so long, and now they really want to fight inflation. So that is what it's moving the markets. I need to adapt to this thing because by myself I have not much practice. All right, the markets were going up in the morning, overnight. Let me go back to this chart. Let's see. So this is the dollar chart. This is the daily. Let me see if I can move it. All right, so this is daily. Clearly we have been ranging for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trading days. No wonder why the markets are ranging as well. We have crude oil. Crude oil is fairly stable at 121. It's dropping a little bit today. Metals are very stable, flat for the most part. Bonds were dropping in the morning. Now they're making the losses back. Like yield, when the 10-year yield, and this is a very interesting chart to look at. 10-year yield went to 3.07. It was up. Now is giving back 5 basis points for today. All right. Let's go back to the main charts. So it's this one. There you go. All right. The overnight line is not correct because I had to restart my computer. So this is the overnight line. The overnight line is right here. There you go. All right. All right. Let's see if I can. All right. We usually wait I usually wait for the 9:38 candle to close because I like the 7-minute to give me the volume for today. A very important point to talk about today is rollover. Those who trade futures know that being a derivative has an expiration. A derivative financial instrument has an expiration because it's basically a contract, right? That expires. So with that, we're gonna experience the rollover. So today and tomorrow are the 2 last days for this contract. Last trading day might be the last day of June, but tomorrow is gonna be when all the institutions and traders start to trade the next contract. So we are in, for the equity markets, we have 4 expirations during the during the year, which is March, June, September, and December, right? So we are in the M contract, which is the June contract, but we're gonna roll it over to the September contract, right? And for that, I want you guys to go to the CME website, where you can assess the volume, right? How do I do that? I go there and I compare the June contract with the September contract. Which one has more volume? That's the one that I'm trading, right? I already know, because of my experience, that the June contract is gonna be the one with the highest volume, the higher volume today and tomorrow, right? But the volume on the September contract is gonna start to spike up today, tomorrow, and then finally Monday we will have more like a 50-50 volume. But Monday I might be trading, depending on the volume, I might be trading the September contract already. So a little bit of theory about how futures market works. All right, so let's jump right into the whatever is very interesting to us, the internals, right? So I'm watching here the internals. Oh, let me so I need to put here, for those trading for TradeStation, it has a continuous contract, but I need to change it for the M contract today. There you go. So I have the right information. All right, so I had this demand drawn up from, I think, yesterday or a few days ago. No, it's from this is from Monday. It's being violated today. Yes. All right, so 2 more minutes. Oh no, we do have this candle open and this candle closed, and the volume is higher than yesterday, right? That tells me that we might experience a little bit more volatility today. And it's tough because we've been ranging for 8 trading days, 8 trading sessions. We haven't experienced this since I don't know when, but a long time ago, right? The markets were ranging for were trending and moving so much. Now we have been in this it's not a tight range. I would say in the NQ is probably what, like 300-400 points, but nevertheless is ranging, right? It's consolidating. So one of the things that I do like to consider is that every time we have this narrow range, meaning this ranging for so many days, we will have a breakout, right? Breakout to the long side or the short side. So we need to be ready for that. All right, the internals on the ADQD, I won't be trading the ES. I do trade the NQ. George is the one trading the ES mostly, right? So every time I refer to the ADD is the ADQD in the Nasdaq, and the tick. I do refer also to the TQ, which is the tick for the Nasdaq, right? So ADQD or ADD is trending down, right? Is signaling some bearishness in the market. Obviously, we had this drop, right? We broke the overnight, and then we're retracing back up. The tick chart right now is breaking a high. It's still on the negative territory, right? It hasn't broken the 0 line, but right now it's signaling some bullishness. So a little bit of a mixed bag here, right? Right now I'm considering the long because the tick chart is reversing, right? I don't want to rush into any trade. If you guys have following me for a little bit, you know that I'm very patient in this regard. I like to just wait for my setup, and in reality, you just need one good trade a day. That's what we're gonna look for, one good trade. At least for my system, right? I know people that like to trade a little bit, you know, more frequently. But for myself, I do feel like waiting for the right setup and let the trade work in my favor is what it works better for my psychology. By the way, sorry for being so late today. I had some technical difficulties here. All right, so this demand was already violated, right? So I want to get rid of this thing, right? Right now my next stop is 12,482 to the downside. And if we go check my watch list, I do see a lot of the stocks very, very volatile to the downside. We have Tesla positive, not by much, 1%. Costco, Lowe's, and Home Depot, like retailers. Target is flat, like retailers, Kroger, Target, Costco, Walmart are in positive territory. So we're looking more of like a tech sell-off. Amazon is on the negative. Yeah, more like Hood, Ark Investment, Baba, or Chinese stock are being hit today. All right. So let's go back to the internals. TQ made a new high, created a new low, now it's creating a new high. So I'm favoring the long big time. Now, if you see, the NQ is the one holding on right there, because the RTY is pretty weak. ES is basically, well, it's holding there, but it's flat. The YM also has some strength, but the NQ is the one showing more strength as of right now. All right, let's go see if on this move to the upside we created some demand, and I do have some demand right here, right? I do have some demand right here. What I want to see is if I get this field, I want to see the tick chart not going extreme low. I want it to be, at the time of my fill, I want it to be close to a low pivot created. I don't want it to go nuts to the downside, because that signals a lot of weakness, right? Like what it is doing right now, it shows a lot of strength, right? All right, we didn't break this high. We're chopping around for how much? Like, all right, the 15-minute candle already closed. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to type it in the chat. The rollover point is very, very important. So right now, my thought process is, all right, are you favoring the long or favoring the short? Right now, as of right now, based on what the internals are saying, I do like the long more. Based on the currencies, we have more like a mixed bag. We have bonds were dropping, now they're going up, right? So that's a change, right? The dollar, let's go check on the dollar. The dollar is bullish right now. And the yen, even though it's not bullish, is going up today. So that means, well, the dollar is bullish, but the yen is not bullish, right? So it's more like a mixed scenario. So the first 15-minute close very neutral. Wow, what a bullish candle on the 7-minute. That's amazing. I want to see some sort of signal for me to get into this thing. One important point that I haven't speak about is that tomorrow we will have CPI data. I'm a firm believer that all the banks and institutions already have that data, not because of the government giving them the data, but because they have their own research departments. So that data will not impact any institutional trading for me, right? It will impact us, like how we're gonna trade, or some or what other type of traders think about trading micro data. We don't trade micro data, we just trade the charts, the internals, but that could be the reason why the markets have been so choppy these last 8 trading days. Alright, right now the tick chart is back to the first channel that it created and it's bouncing back up there, so that's a very bullish move. Then I have the ADD changed completely, and the reason I don't jump into this trade because I have this sort of supply created at 7 in the morning. This is not a supply that I will take to to put a trade, but it can certainly work, and I have no profit potential. If I have to risk, let's say I have to risk somehow here, you see that? If I wait for this to come back, how much is this? This is 30 point, no, like this. This has to be a trade. You see that? But certainly has to be below this black line. We wait patiently for a trade to give us the opportunity. It's just the first 30 minutes of trading. Here is frozen. Let's go back. There we go. If you guys notice, the overnights are a very sensitive point, especially when we are in a sideways market. When it breaks the overnight, a lot of traders jump in. And the best part is that this pattern here repeats itself very frequently. Like it breaks the overnight, it goes up, and then it breaks the same overnight but further, meaning all these people that were long here, that their stops are probably right here, they get stopped out and then they take it to the upside. So we don't want to be rushing into trades for now. I do not have any, like the area that I like is around the overnight low right here. But I need to see this thing behaving good. Price action, internals, and everything aligned. The VIX is flat, completely flat. And yesterday's range was so narrow, it didn't move at all, like less than 1 point. All right, I start to see. Let me see if I can. All right, do you see this pivot here? This pivot here, right? I'm gonna try to look something around this in this candle, right? That means this is a support, right? And I wanna find a demand zone in this candle on the share bars. So I do like, I would put like around here, right? So far, I do have this one too. There we go. All right, the tick chart did not break that low created there, so that's a good bullish sign. Let's see if we can have a breakout today. Although it's not, the majority of the breakouts, they happen at the open. Remember, like 70 to 80% of the time, the low and the high of the day is created before 11 a.m. So we're about to close the 30-minute candle, right? wait, we wait very patiently. Now about the internals. The tick did not break the low that I was expecting to be held, right? But I was expecting creating a new high from there. That let me see if I can put the my internals here. There we go. Let me put myself here to the other side. There we go. All right. So this is what I'm looking at with internals. Do you guys see this pivot here? I was expecting this to hold, which is good, right? Now I want this to go like this. See that? So I can have this, right? That's even better for the long entry. Right now it's very sideways, like, look, right? I want this continuation. I don't want this like this if I want to trade long, right? I don't want this like this and then like this and then. This is a very short scenario. And after this happens, then this is our trade. This, right? So we got to time, for this, at least for me, we have to time the comeback for the tick with the comeback to the price to the area. That's what I do every day. So right now I want to see this before I engage into a long, right? And not further than this. Right here. There you go. All right. And for that we wait. And then we wait very patiently. The wait is tough. To develop this attitude of waiting, it took me a long time. All right, the 15-minute, the previous 15-minute was a super bullish candle. Now we have a little bit of a breathe to the downside, but still within the 15-minute candle, right? And what I like to do to find demands in any given candle, I divide the time frame by 6, right? In this case, the 15-minute does not have a like a common chart divided by 6, so I divide it by 5 and I get that 3-minute. That's one of the reasons I do have the 3-minute, right? And why I do have the 7-minute, because is a calculation of the 40-minute, which is a calculation of the 4 hours, right? So if I want to look for a demand on the 15-minute, which is, this is the 15-minute candle, right? All this. I want to see something like, let me see if I can find something. All right. This is 12. All right, now this is perfect. You see here, a rally based on a rally. I don't want to see You see how when it doesn't base for long, price, I mean, it does not create any some sort of demand, right? And what we have here is a what we call racetrack. Racetrack is a free path to the other side, right? Like a racetrack, right? Price can go through it easily, right? I do have this pivot. I need to acknowledge that. See that? But I do prefer. That doesn't mean the price can just come here and turn around. Any scenario is possible, right? But I do have this pivot. I need to acknowledge that, and this pivot was created at the first 5 minutes, right? So, all right, right now, price came to my area, right? The tick chart is not in a bad location, is in a good location. Yeah, I think I want to take this long. There you go. Let me see. How much is the risk? This is a very important thing. How much is the risk and what's my risk and reward ratio? So if I account this to be my target, like 670, which is my supply that I drawn here, it'll be 2.5 to 1. So how much I will be risking here? 25 point, that's a no-no. My max risk for today is $455 per contract. So I do have to bring my entry below, I would say around here, right? Now my risk and reward ratio is even better, is 4. So I do have some supply here. I'm gonna go for a straight 2 to 1, right? Now here's the deal. I'm watching this 7-minute and the 3-minute. The 3-minute created some sort of supply here, right? The tick chart is showing some strength right there. It's holding the area that I show you guys. ADQD is coming back down. So what I'm going to do is this. I don't really want to fight the 7-minute. So what could happen is this. That the price comes here, but when the price comes here, it's going to be a very bearish candle. So what I do prefer in this case is that, all right, being filled in this very first candle, right? Because this has the push to go down. You see that? Now it's going to come to my entry. I don't have the order on because now I want to show this, and this is important. Even though it's holding, right, it's showing some weakness, and the ADQD has not stopped. So I want a, all right, so this one, I mean, the setup is not bad. Setup is good. Now I have a new 3 minutes, so I can use this push. If it comes back down close to this, if it comes back down close to this black line, I can take it to the upside, right? That's a confirmation, right? It's not creating a new low. It's let's see what it's doing here. Do you see this trend line? Look, trend line is just for ourselves. Trends, I don't know that this drives prices as a lot of traders do use trend lines. I don't use trend lines for my trading per se, but I do like to draw trend lines just to show me where it's headed, right? So like I said before, look at this. Do you see that? Now, if we have this scenario, right? We need to come back here, around here, and then trade that thing short, right? Have to be aware of all this crap that was created at the open. So there's more sideways to come for me, because this is showing a little bit of weakness. The internals are showing a little bit of weakness, and then we have some sort of demand created here that signals choppiness for me, right? I don't have nothing that is very high expectancy. You guys follow me? Please don't hesitate to type in the chart in the chat so I can still the internals are not evidently for a short. See how it came to the trend line and then rejected it a little bit. That's not 100% short. Short for me is all right. Short for me is, oh damn. Short for me is this, right? Minus 1,000, minus, even lower than the open, right? Right now it's just choppiness. For those who have not seen my recap yesterday, I had 2 break-evens and 1 winner. It's already posted. I do go through the internals a little bit so you guys can see how do I consider the internals in my trading strategy. So what happens if this very same candle comes here? It's gonna be a very, very, very bearish candle that creates a sentiment to the short side, right? So I want this to be more like choppy, 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 and then boom, if I'm gonna take this long. Or at least this candle choppy and then a sudden drop, right? And then I'll take it long. But I don't want this very same candle signaling very short sentiment to get me here. New 15-minute is open right now, and we have 45 minutes in the trading session. RTY looks like the weakest. Wow, the YM was very weak in this 15-minute candle. Now all of them are pushing higher. All right, so let's go back to the internals. The tick chart is not breaking any high. Still not breaking any high. Let me see what is going on here. I don't dislike this short, tell you the truth. How big is the zone? 25 points. See if I can take these a 2-to-1, right? Risking a little bit. There you go. I kind of like this short. There's 3 more minutes on the 7. The 3 is all right now. Forget it. The tick chart is pushing higher, so we forget about this. The TQ pushed higher, rejected the high, and now it's dropping. Same signal that I had yesterday on my last trade. I was stuck in that trade for a long time, and then I had the setup later in the afternoon. It came back and it rejected the zone. Tick chart was perfectly aligned. High probability, high expectancy trade. Right now, I'm close to 2-to-1 in this trade. I did not take it, but my entry was set up for 33.25, 33.25, 33.25. There you go, like around there, right? But right now I'm watching the tick not going through, right? Let's see how this goes. This is going to go to my missed trade log. Missed trade log, regardless of the result, right? Right now, I am flat for the day. I haven't taken any trade yet. So it barely went 2-to-1. My stop was 647, 1/4. It went to 2-to-1. And now, the tick chart did not break the low. And we have a new 7-minute and 15-second. So the new 7-minute and 15-second is going to create some volatility. And probably reverse, right? Very slow day, guys. Very slow. So there you go. I missed this opportunity. It's not the trade. It's just being 2-to-1, right? And this is my biggest mistake that I make. I missed too many trades, and that's what I'm working out. That's what I'm working on. Try to be aggressive when I have the setup. When I do have the setup, I need to be decisive. Please, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It's very important to us to grow this channel. We started this channel for our own accountability, and it's working big time. So please like, subscribe, and share. Alright, right now the internals are just ranging. The tick chart for the last 5 minutes is garbage. If you want to take a look at the daily, wow, it's very, very complicated to watch because I have too many lines, but there goes the daily on the NQ. We entered to this range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Today is the 10th day, and I'll tell you what, tomorrow, if we don't have or a disappointing or a surprise to the upside on the news, it's going to be a very choppy day. Is rollover day. That's for me personally, that's the most difficult day to trade futures, because the volume is mixed. Institutions are rolling over positions from one expiration to another one, so it's very, very choppy day. We will be here anyway. I don't know if I will be trading today. If I'm tight with the setup today, tomorrow I'll be even tighter trying to get a setup, because I know rollover days by definitions are choppy. Alright, new 5 minutes is closing. Let's go check the 5 minutes. That's what we do here, George and I. When every time a candle is closing, we want to go to that candle. All right, the 5 minute is closing. Let's go to the 5 minute chart. 15 is closing. 30 minute is closing. Let's go to the 30 minute, right? To see what's the sentiment, was the pattern, the price pattern, the price action that is being created. 4 more minutes for the 15-minute close. And now we have the Russell as the bullish one. This 15-minute is being more bullish on the Russell. ES is trash. NQ is sort of. YM is more weak. It's weaker. He's back into the zone, right? I do like the fact that he's creating, is back into the zone and is not creating a new high on the tick. All right, this is very weak. This is very weak right here. Do you see how it broke here? I'm gonna show you. I am going to show you this. All right, you guys see this? This is the first entry, the first attempt. Now this is the second attempt. This signal weakness. Let's see if we have some follow through of this thing coming down to here. But regardless, I do expect some choppiness because of these old sideways movement from like 8-5, like after the news we had from like 9 to after the open is a sideways movement, so there are some on-field orders right there that is creating choppiness. And if I do have this movement here, right? If I do have this movement here, all this pivot here is gonna create some support later in the next hour or in the next 2 hours. Still in the same area. See if we can break out to the upside. And just 1 more minute for the 30-minute. We go to the 30-minute candle and it couldn't be more bullish. Like it went down to 551 and then it's now at 640, right? All this movement is a 30-minute candle. Let's go to the 30-minute here. Look at this. But I'll tell you what, the ADQD is showing strength, but the tick, not at all. Well, it created this high. Let's see if we can break this high around 600. All right, so we get rid of that zone. Slowly grinding up. Remember, this is an overnight 30-minute supply. I do not take overnights, but especially supplies. Supplies are a no-no for me. If it's a demand, I could think about it, but if it's a supply, it's a no, definitely, definite no. ADD is showing strength. The tick chart is a mixed bag. So what do we need for a high expectancy trade? We need everything aligned. We need tick, ADD, price action, and time of day. I think time of day is one of the most important thing. The 7-minute is ugly, but on the 15 is beautiful. Look at this, sideways, all the wicks all concentrated in this area, like 690, right? And if we do a profile here, the majority of the volume was here. Now that's an overnight. That's not something that I will consider as a trade-off. But yeah, wow, the tick chart. If you guys go to the tick chart, oh my God, that's a beauty. Okay, let's go here. Look at this. Look at all this drop in 1 minute. Did not create a new high. Obviously there are sellers right there. There you go. Sorry about this. All right. Guess what? It didn't create a new low, even though it was sharply moved down. Did not create a new low. Still showing this. What does that tells me? Choppiness. Right now it's slowly grinding up, but not really. It's been in a range of 100 points. It's so slow that I haven't had any opportunity to the long side. My demand was down here. Some is very, like, sometimes I do get too strict, if you will, with the location. Because location is one of my first parameters that I look at when I'm trying to find a area to trade off. All right, so this is a new 30-minute candle. All right, I do, based on what I have seen right now, I do not expect a large move. If I happen to take another trade, like I said, always I'll be putting in the recap, and I'll show you guys how I found the zone and place the trade, right? But for now, I'm gonna I'm gonna wrap this video up. See you all guys tomorrow, hopefully at 9:20. Thanks for being here. Bye now.